So I'm a Lego mock builder and I was challenged to build a Lego house in 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 1 minute. Let's do this. So you're probably thinking that we're starting with the 1 minute mock. Well, we're actually gonna start building the 1 hour mock instead. Then we'll do the 10 minute, then the 1 minute. So we have our handy dandy nifty Kino clock and let's go ahead and start this thing. Boom. Time's ticking, so let's go ahead and start building. So what I do is I first look up some reference material so I get a general idea of what I want to build. Once I find an idea that I like, I grab a buttload of parts and I start the journey. I'm wasting time. Set up a brick. I grab this super big plate and I build this little foundation. I then grab this little red door and it fits perfectly right there. Okay, so this is what we got so far, and I promise you that this will eventually turn into a house. Just give me 56 more minutes and so next I grab my textured bricks and I grab these white masonry and I start placing them in the front. I then add these 2 front windows and some more bricks to fill in the gaps, and I build this little section with that opalescent color and I place it right in the front to represent the address. So this is what we have so far and it's looking pretty good, but I would like to add some side walls. But before we do that, we need to add a front porch. So I grab my bin of tiles, I pick out all the white ones and I add them in the front. Next, I grab my white parts and pick out all the 1x bricks, stack them together, and now I have these 2 walls which fit perfectly on the sides of the house. Okay guys, so about 20 minutes have passed and this is what we got. I'm kind of freaking out, you know, we haven't done much. It's looking good what we have done, but we still got 40 minutes to get a full-on interior, finish the deck, and put on a roof. And I'm kind of freaking out and the house is already falling apart. So let's try to see if we can hurry up. After I build the house back, I grab some tan tiles because I have to get this interior done. You can see the tan tiles are used for the floor and the places with no tiles will be for the furniture later on. You can see I use some simple pieces for counters in the corner, and the gaps that you see right here are for the sink and the oven, which were super fun to make. I add another counter with a bowl, and of course you can't have a house without a trash can. I grab my brown parts and I build this little thing. I then grab some black parts and I build this. I place it on top and here we have this little bed. I grab my printed parts for some fancy wall decor, like these maps right here, and more maps. I guess this piece is a little too freaky. Let's not use that one. Imagine being a little minifigure sleeping under that every night. It's not as bad as a giant Buzz Lightyear head though. Now we got one more thing to add to the interior and is the most important part. A house doesn't become a home until it has a cool Star Wars rug, and we'll put a welcome mat in the front. Okay, so that took a little bit more time than I realized, but what we've done is really looking nice. But next, we're going to basically build a staircase, add some pillars to the bottom, basically raise this up. Then, of course, we got the roof, which hopefully we can get that done in time. We're at 21 minutes left. That's gonna be crazy. Let's do this. Next, I build this thing that looks like steps, and that is exactly what they are. I then build these thingy-abobbies, and it levels up the house perfectly. At just about this moment, I get one of the best ideas, but then I get distracted, and I build this Lego snail. Next, I grab my gray parts, and I built this little thing, which took quite a bit of time. I place down the roof all nice and dandy, and I look at the clock, and I got 33 seconds left. I quickly add these little pillars, and I add these little plants in the front. That one's dead because who's got time to water? Meemaw, and look at that. I think my house is complete and we did it in under an hour. So this is the 1 hour Lego house and it looks pretty cool. And we'll show it off later, but now it's time for the 10-minute mock. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I want you to guess what type of house this is. Okay, so we got the clock set for 10 minutes and let's go ahead and start this thing. So I first grab a buttload of plates. I grab this little guy and I smack it on top of this little board. I grab some blue bricks and I place them around the 8x8 plate. I then grab my snot bricks. I grab these little guys and I place them all the way around like this. I grab these blue slopes. Thank you, kind sir, for the donation. And I place them along all the snot bricks. I then add some tiles to smooth out the top, and I add these little rounded corners. I add this little extension in the front, and I fill in the inside, and now we have a complete blue foundation. Next, I grab my red parts. I grab a buttload of these round bricks. I build a few of these rolly sections. I add some parts on top where I add 4 of these little things. I place the 4 pillars on each corner of the house, and the model itself is looking really nice. Now we only have about 2.5 minutes left, but I think we can do it because the key with speed, especially with 10 minutes, is symmetry. Next, I grab like a buttload of yellow parts. I stack a ton of skinny bricks together. I add a blue tile to the top, and I build 2 more, and I place them on 3 sides of the house. We got 3 walls out of the way. Now it's time for the front one. This one's gonna be a little different because we have to have a front flap door. I stack a ton of yellow bricks and plates together, and I use circular red tiles to represent the outline of the flap door. I place it in the front, and now we only have one thing left. We have to have a minifigure kid to show that he's having the time of his life. And look at that. The timer is up. So if you didn't guess it, this is a Lego bounce house, which looks really nice. I'm actually really proud of it for only 10 minutes. And I think the reason I was able to get it done is it's basically symmetrical on all 4 sides. I really like having the kid right there jumping. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt because these things are dangerous. I think it's time for the 1 minute mock. So let's get on to it. We got the clock set for 1 minute, and man, that's not a lot of time, but let's build a house in 1 minute, starting now. So I first grab my big bag of plates. I grab these little guys. I make sure they're not crooked. I grab a buttload of these white bricks and I place them down on the plates. I add this little arch in the front. I grab like a buttload of these reddish brown slopes. I attach them to the top. I grab this little doggy. I place it right here in the front. I have 10 seconds left. What do I add in the front? Oh man, that was crazy. We just built a house out of Lego in 1 minute. Wow, we just built a Lego house in 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 1 minute. Let's go and dive right into these builds. So starting off with the 1 hour Lego house, I'm really happy with what we did with it. I really like that it's a small white house, and I absolutely love the red door. I'm really happy with the interior of this house. We have a comfy bed, a sink, a dishwasher, and of course a trash can. The rug is also a really nice touch as well. But overall, for 1 hour, I am really happy with this build. Taking a closer look at the 10-minute mock, we have a bouncy house. This thing was actually really fun to build. I love the foundation, and building the walls were really fun. I absolutely love how the kid is jumping in, because bouncy castles are really fun. And last but certainly not least, we have the Lego dog house. There's not much to say with this build because it only took 1 minute, but for 1 minute, I am actually pretty proud of myself. And I absolutely love the little wiener dog inside as well. Out of these 3 mocks, which one is your favorite? Be sure to comment down below. And if you want to see more, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel because there will be more videos just like this one. But that does it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, don't forget to be awesome. Bye-bye.